We received a 911 call that there were shots fired on Cherokee Road just outside the city of Belton. Matter of fact, we're just about 2 houses from this outside the city. When first responding officers arrived on the scene, there were 2 people shot in the road, a 3-month-old baby and a 21-year-old man who turned out to be the father of the 3-month-old. This is a murder-suicide. From what we have been told from our early investigation, the father was here on a visitation. It was going to be a monitored visitation. Normally, the mother brings the baby out and he sits in the car with his family and spends time with the baby. This afternoon when he arrived, he got out of the car, and we don't really know exactly what transpired, but he pulled a gun out and shot the 3-month-old baby and then turned the gun on himself.
Gotcha. And the baby's mother, is she okay?
Well, she is very shaken up. The whole family is very upset. All the first responders, I mean, it hit us pretty hard. This is really tough to work a case like this, but it's, just a sad day in Anderson County.
Yeah, and the baby's mother, but she is alive. She wasn't hurt in the shooting.
He pointed the gun at her, but he never fired at her. After he shot the baby, turned the gun on her, didn't fire, but then turned the gun on himself. So that's a miracle that we didn't have 3 victims.
Around what time did you say this happened again?
This happened at 4:18 this afternoon.
And on Cherokee Road, right outside the city of Belton?
Yes.
Is there anything else, like how much longer are you all going to be on the scene here?
Both victims have been transported to ANMED, where we'll continue our examination there, but we have processed the scene. We have interviewed witnesses. We do have a camera that was in front of the house, so we've obtained the video, but all that'll be part of our investigation as we continue to investigate this.
Gotcha. And then is there any threat to the community, or is this solely isolated?
It's solely isolated. It's going to be a murder-suicide, and it's domestic related.
Of course. And you said the father was 21 years old. Did he have any prior history or anything like that? Don't
know. We haven't looked at his background yet, so I don't have any information on that. There'll be more that we'll release at a later time.
Is there anything else you want to mention before we let you go?
No, other than it's just a terrible tragedy, and we all heard over it.
And you said the father and the baby were found in the roadway?
They were both laying in the roadway when officers arrived and paramedics got here. The paramedics checked, and there was no signs of life.
Okay, and were they shot in the roadway?
They were.
Okay.
His car is parked in front of the house on the road, and all this transpired right behind the car.
When Dad came in the car, was there anybody else in the car, or was he by himself?
He had a family member in the car. I believe it was his mother.
Is she okay?
She's okay, but she was a witness to this tragedy.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.